They feared her before they named her, before temples were raised, before laws were carved in stone, before kings claimed they ruled by divine right. There was the forest, and in that forest, there was something watching. Across civilizations separated by oceans and centuries, one figure keeps returning. A woman, alone, silent, holding a bow. But she was never just a hunter. She was judgmental. In ancient Greece, they called her Artemis, not soft, not forgiving. She was the protector of the wild and the punisher of arrogance. Her arrows did not miss. They brought sudden death, especially to those who believed themselves untouchable. There is a story of a hunter named Actaeon. He saw what he was not meant to see, and for that, she did not scream, she did not argue, she did not chase. She transformed him into a stag, and his own dogs tore him apart. Not rage, precision. To the Greeks, the wilderness was sacred. To violate it was to challenge the order of the cosmos itself, and the huntress enforced that order. But far north, where the mountains cut into the sky and winter devoured entire villages, another version waited. Her name was Skadi. She was not born among the gods. She came seeking vengeance, armed, unapologetic, cold as the lands she ruled. She walked into Asgard demanding justice for her father's death, and the gods listened, because she was not prey. She was the storm that hunts. To the Norse, the wild was not beautiful. It was survival. It was isolation. It was death in white silence. And she thrived there. But go even further back, to the cradle of civilization, to Mesopotamia, to whispered names carried by desert wind. There, the huntress becomes something darker. They spoke of Lilith, not the goddess of justice, not a protector of sacred law, but a presence in the night, a shadow at the edge of the firelight. Where Artemis enforced balance and Skadi embodied survival, Lilith represented something else. Fear. Fear of independence. Fear of feminine power beyond control. Fear of the woman who refuses submission. Across cultures, the pattern is undeniable. When society fears chaos, it imagines a huntress. When men fear being overpowered, they imagine a huntress. When nature feels untamable, they give it a face. And often, that face is hers. Why? Because the hunt reverses power. In ancient societies, men hunted. Men dominated, men conquered. But the huntress flips the script. She watches, she stalks, she chooses. And in doing so, she becomes terrifying. Not because she is evil, but because she does not ask permission. There is something deeply unsettling about silent judgment. A sword declares war, an army makes noise. But a single arrow from the trees? That is intimate. That is personal. That is inevitable. The huntress represents a truth ancient civilizations understood but rarely spoke aloud. Nature does not negotiate. You can build cities, you can crown kings, you can carve laws into stone, but step into the wild, and you answer to something older, something patient, something precise. Perhaps that is why she endures. In modern horror, in dark fantasy, in stories whispered even today, she still stands in the trees. Sometimes as a protector, sometimes as an avenger, sometimes as a villain, but always as a reminder. There are forces beyond human control. There are boundaries you do not cross. And there is a silence more dangerous than rage. Was she evil? Or was she simply the embodiment of consequence? Maybe ancient people did not invent the huntress out of fear. Maybe they invented her out of respect. Respect for the forest. Respect for balance. Respect for the quiet power that does not need a throne to command obedience. Because the most dangerous force in history was never the loudest. It was the one who waited, watched, and struck only when necessary. So next time you walk into the wilderness and the air suddenly feels heavy and the birds go silent, ask yourself, are you the hunter? Or have you already been chosen?